and welcome. Hopefully, welcome back. We love our chatters. We love our listeners. I hope you tune into us on a regular basis. We sincerely try to provide some good content and great conversation for you. And we just love our listeners. I know I said that, but I'm just going to say it again. We got people coming into the chat room. Today's a great day. Today is Happy Medium Monthly, and we have our Cape Cod Happy Medium, Susan Ahearn, and she is a return guest the last Friday of every month. If you're not able to listen live or be in chat, you could always send a question through email. And if we can get to it, I will read your question and get a little reading for you if you can't be here. And my email is annette.munick@gmail.com, which most people can't spell. So ANNETTE dot MUNNICH@gmail.com. Having said that, I am Father Shawn's co-host. He sends his apologies. He is dealing with some very, very serious medical issues with his wife, Sharon. We do have a link in the chat room for a GoFundMe for her. And if anybody wants to look for that and has a problem finding that on GoFundMe, it is titled Join Sharon's Fight to Beat Cancer. And Susan, that's with us today, actually was kind enough to set up that account. All prayers are welcome, all donations greatly, greatly appreciated. Father Shawn Whittington is a priest with the United States Old Catholic Church. You may know him from Eli Roth Presents the Legion of Exorcists show that started on Travel Channel and now can be found on Max and Discovery Plus. Father Shawn is also the author of two really, really intense good books, God, Ghosts, and the Paranormal Ministry, Volumes 1 and 2. These are collections of his actual cases, and I've said before that these are probably the two scariest books I ever did. I mispublished. I'm Annette Munick, Stellium Books co-host. Two of the scariest books, if not the scariest books I ever did. And these are his stories and personal experiences. Now, buying these books, which are on Amazon and also available through his website, if you wanted a signed copy, is another way to raise some money for the household. We also have another book that you could buy that helps raise some money for him and me as well. And it was a great, great collaboration that we did last fall called Help Me, I'm Haunted. And Susan, our guest today, is in that book as well. Um, that book actually is a collection of some of the topics that we get asked about a lot. When Father Shawn is here, we do a mailbag once a month. We get a lot of mail from all over the country. Sometimes we get mail from people in other countries. Very interesting cases, very interesting stories. So I got the idea to tackle some of these most popular topics and include a lot of the guests that you know and love that are repeat guests around here, and having them weigh in at the bottom of each chapter, one person per chapter, to give their insight into it in an effort to provide people with something that could actually be a pretty decent resource if you were to find yourself in a situation where you're in dealing with paranormal entities beyond your control. So, with that said, I'm going to bring on Susan We're going to welcome now the happy Cape Cod medium, Susan Ahearn. Here she is. Well,
Hi.
hi. Thanks for being here today. I know you couldn't be here last month, so it's really nice. We have not had her here with us since the end of April. We've got some really cool people piling in. Michelle, hello, Michelle Wilfong. She's a regular. Heidi, hey girl, hey. We got Carl's here. We have Carl and everybody. The Miss America Wave. Thank you for joining us. We just love you guys. So we're looking for a good conversation today, and also to do some personal readings. Heidi says, "Hey girl, hey back." She's just so fun. She's just so fun.
I love Heidi.
In my next life, maybe God will make me as fun as Heidi. We'll see. That'll make her laugh. But get to some really interesting questions and some readings. And also, I wanted to ask you because two things that might be. Hello, Travis. She said, "Love you." Two things that might be really great to delve into. One and two. You have a case in New Orleans. Love to hear a little bit about that. Our listeners. I'm wearing Mardi Gras beads for our New Orleans people. Yeah, because I love you and I think about you. So, second thing is is it the full moon in Sagittarius we have coming up this weekend? Full
Yeah,
moon.
the 31st, whichever day that is. I don't even, everything seems to be going by so fast right now.
Today is the 29th. Hi, Carrie.
So Sunday.
Sunday. So this weekend, this is
Yeah.
happening. So
Yeah.
if you want to start with that, and we'll
Okay.
talk about the case, and then
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see if we gather some questions here. Nice
Sure.
crowd, and we're happy that all of you are joining us.
It's so funny. I feel like I haven't been here in forever. And it was just
Yeah,
that one day, but it just was like, I so missed that. I so apologize. I missed everybody.
yeah,
Because we have such a great group of listeners that it
we
feels
do.
like family. So when we
Yeah,
miss that, it's like, yeah.
yeah, and
Um, no, go ahead.
it does seem like things have been going fast, and a lot of things happening in a short amount of time. So I know exactly what you mean, and we had Easter, and it went boop right to Memorial Day,
Yeah, so quick.
like the blink of an eye. Really, that's what it felt like. But they do say when you get older, time
Mm,
speeds up, so that
well,
could be a factor.
that
We don't really
may be it.
don't need to bring
Yeah.
that up, I guess. But so maybe not for younger people, but it really seems like time has sped up. And um, I said this a lot where I felt like last year was like slogging through mud, that everything was slow.
Nothing was moving. And now
Right.
we've gotten to a point where everything is, we're on.
Yeah.
We're like zipping through stuff.
Right.
Things are moving.
Right.
We may not feel like we're accomplishing much, but we're moving now. Before we were very stagnant. We were on this perpetual pause of where we're just paused. And a lot of anxiety for those who are doers because those are the people that don't like to sit still. It was very uncomfortable. So for me especially was learning to just be in the moment, be in that pause, be in the quiet. So I think I flipped the coin because now I'm like, oh, do we have to have summer? I kind of liked getting in my pajamas at 5:30. So
It's been weird here. I'm just south of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
mhm.
We've had cooler weather. We've had a lot of rain. It still feels like spring. We were talking about that earlier. And usually, even back home, and when I say back home, that means Chicago, by this time it's summer. It's
Yep.
just summer after Memorial Day. You don't need a jacket anymore or whatnot. It's summertime. Every now and then we have a cooler summer, but it just still feels like spring. So that's been kind of interesting because we had, um, for Christmas, it was 75 here. It was unseasonably warm. And
That's
then it's like we went through a cold patch. I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying it's odd. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, very strange. We're going to get a cold patch tonight up in Massachusetts, up in New England, and they may even see snow tonight
Oh,
in the upper elevations, not here, but in my friends in Maine and parts of New Hampshire. That's just crazy to me. It just sounds crazy. And I may even actually, I brought some wood in. I may have to have a little fire tomorrow, just kind of warm it up, but also to keep me from putting on the heat. I don't want to put on heat,
right.
right? So I could just keep the little wood stove going, a few sticks, burns everything up nice, and yeah. And it's the ambiance. I'm still holding on to winter. I don't know why.
I don't know. It's just it's odd. The weather's been odd. We got a lot of severe weather early on, and that was odd. Like we
Hmm.
started off March with a lot of tornado stuff. We got
You
hit
really
in the
did.
little town that I'm in. I
Yeah.
don't live in town, but the town that I'm around, the school got hit and everything. They had no school, and two people here died. Um, and that was very early March, and March isn't usually tornado season yet.
No.
So it's just been very strange. But I want to ask you about the full moon in Sagittarius.
Sure. So this is about um learning, thinking, um anything that you've been tested is it may come through. This is going to be, they call this one the blue moon, but it's
Yes,
very
because it's a
Sagittarius.
second. When you have a,
Ooh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry, I'm just talking on top of you.
Yeah.
When you have a second full moon in a month, the second one is a blue moon.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then the next one's the strawberry moon. That's the one I love.
Yeah, in June.
Yeah, in June. But yeah, so we're in this place of holding our own. You may be wanting to um try something new. You might want to try something new. Like if you're used to being around people, kind of pulling back and doing the path that's not always, that's, just taking the path that you don't normally take and maybe a little quieter, or pulling back. If you've been pulling back, it's the opposite for you. So it just depends on where you are in that process for yourself of, oh, I could meet new people. I probably could step out. I'm going to feel a little more like I want to do that. And that's what's going to be happening for this full moon, which will be nice.
That is nice. You know, a little bit of a, you're saying a shifting gears energy, you
Love
know.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, that this year feels like shifting gears, like a lot of things happening very fast. When we came from, it just seemed like, I don't know, just slogging through mud, just slow, nothing happening, then everything happening like flip a switch. And that's the energy that we're living in. And a lot of people that don't really believe in astrology, um, basically with astrology, if you are paying attention to astrology, your daily forecast might not be the way they say in the newspaper, but what you're following is the energy. Therefore, you can make decisions of when it's a good time to do X, Y, or Z according to the energetic um, surrounding. I hate to keep saying energy. The
But
what's present, because it helps you to go with the flow instead of against the flow. Um, if you understand what that is, and I think that a lot of people are more adept at feeling the energy than they might think they are. I think we all have a little bit intuition, sensitivity, and you can kind of see that things are going a certain kind of way, and feel that if you are paying attention to what's going on, a moon could be an opportunity for you to open something or close something. How am I doing? I'm not an
You're
expert.
wonderful.
I'm not an expert. I'm just saying
No.
what, you
I
know,
know. Yeah.
yeah.
No, and I think as you get into it, you just pick up these things and it just feels right. The Sagittarius energy is strong and steady, but not strong like Mars energy, because Mars is a different kind of strong. So
Yours
it's
is
just that
more aggressive.
I think so. I think so. So you just kind of learn, and especially if you just focus on your own birth chart, you can learn so much about yourself. And then when I'm feeling wonky, I just go and I look and go, oh, it's the planets. It's all good. I know that by this afternoon or by next week, it's all going to shift into a complementary place for me. So I can do this. It kind of gives you
Well,
some hope.
I'm glad you said wonky, because wonky is one of my words for the week.
Oh,
I've
I
been telling
love that.
people wonky is the word of the day, is wonky. Everything's gone wonky.
It has. Can
And
you spell that, please?
yes, and then it's like that. And then a couple days later, you're the same, you're doing the same thing. All of a sudden, it all feels different. And the reaction to you, what you're doing, and your life lifts and changes. You just have to sometimes um, button your lip and just keep plodding forward and wait for the wind to blow different or something like that. Like when you think back to like the Farmer's Almanac and how many things that they did by the moon. There's some astrology there, but a lot of it is moon and, planting and harvesting and all of this, the best times to do things. That's pretty interesting. And that went on for a very long time. There are still people that use that today.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with that. I loved reading it. Oh my God, that was my favorite thing to read the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. I forgot to mention, I got a new book out today and it's super, super interesting. I love this book. Really great book. And I'm going to put it up on the screen for everybody to see before I ask you about your case in New Orleans. Beautiful, beautifully written, beautiful cover. Available today. Event Atlantis. Um,
Ooh.
I love stuff like this. I
The
absolutely
cover
love
is
stuff like.
fantastic.
Isn't it beautiful? Like
Yeah.
gorgeous. Like gorgeous. Beautifully written book. The story is well done. I think it's kind of a timely book because of all of this stuff that's coming out with UFO, UAP, and things being under the ocean and whatnot. And this is by James Baxter. And just a super book available on Amazon in paperback, Kindle, and hardcover. I don't know if the hardcover is available yet because it's that brand new. Like it's so brand new, the ink's not even dry. That's how brand new this book is. So if you want to check it out, if you're looking for a great read, a great story for the summer or whatnot, this would be a really good pick. I highly recommend. I really generally I like the books that I do. I really do, but every now and then I stumble across one that really strikes me hard. And this is one of those, just like I go on and on about Father Shawn's books, because it really, reading it, um, it's just either a slice above in the way it's written, a slice above in the story itself, a slice above in the way it'll touch my feelings. But, every now and then a book reaches up and grabs me. And this is one of them, so I highly recommend. Now, and we got some great books coming up. I've been just busy. I got a children's book coming up. Adorable, adorable. The children's books are doing well.
Oh, I
Very
love
happy
that.
for that. Love that too. I love being involved with that. Um, I want to go to your case in the New Orleans area. Carrie
Oh
said
yeah.
that's a beautiful cover. Thank you, Carrie. I love that like electric blue. I love that. It was very beautiful.
That is a very important spiritual blue color. And the multidimensional beings that I speak to, they were trying to teach me how to they were saying not yet, but soon, that you'll be able to expand your light force, and you will be able to shine that blue. And I always thought that that was so amazing. I'm like, oh my God, I need to know now. And they're like, not yet. But they
Yeah,
always give me these little things to look forward to. I love when they do that.
very nice. It
Yeah,
is
very
a
cool.
kind of a spiritual color, like an electric blue, a neon blue. It's a very pure blue.
It is. It's the
Uh,
most beautiful.
yeah,
So for people to be channeling that in their artwork, it gives me hope that this someday I'll be blue. It's coming. It's coming.
I'm turning on our ticker. I've been running somebody else's ticker. Sacred Mysticism of Egypt. I'm sure it's very nice, but I am going to get rid of that and go to the one that is ours. There we go.
Ta-ta.
I looked down at that and I'm like, wait, that okay.
There we are.
There
Oh,
we
I did a fun thing.
okay. Fun thing.
I started Shawn's class that he offers, the Introduction to Spiritual Warfare.
Nice.
Yes. And it'll be like 3 months. It'll give me something really good to do. I'm really excited about it. Probably by the end of August, I'll be done with the class. But I thought that I've got my books. I'm like back to studying. I love information. So I'm really excited to do this.
Nice.
And I think if anybody's doing paranormal work, if anybody's out there investigating, if you are dabbling in anything, you really need this class. You really need this class. It's not expensive. It's very reasonable. The money would go to Shawn, which is amazing. He needs this. Him and Sharon need this money right now. And you come out with information you need to have if you're going to be doing this work. Definitely doing this work.
Very, very solid foundation from what he teaches. And we should stop and say, anyone that's interested in the class or anything else, or the books, to buy them directly from him, signed ghost b gone.biz.
Yep.
Ghost-b.gone, not dot, ghost-b-gone.biz.
Yeah.
And that's where
it's
you
going
find
by. It's going to go by all for the next half hour. If you don't get it, it's right there.
right.
Definitely check it out. It's so worth picking up. Oh, I love that song. Good job.
I love
Carrie.
that song too.
Yeah.
So let's hear about your case.
Yeah, so I was well, now this case is active, so I can't tell too much. But about 4 years ago now, a man went missing in New Orleans, and they haven't been able to get anywhere on it, and I'm not really quite sure why. I haven't been. That part is not my business. My business is just trying to channel him to see where he's at and what's happening. And the family reached out and said, can you do anything for me? For us, for the family. Everyone's worried, sick, and we just need answers. And
so it's basically a missing persons case.
it's not. But
not.
Yes.
It appears to be.
Wink,
but
wink.
Turns out that it's not. This is someone that went out for a pack of cigarettes or a gallon of milk and didn't come back. Is that what it is?
No, they were Yeah, there was definitely shenanigans involved. They just couldn't figure out to what level. So, but there wasn't any more evidence beyond that. Um, so yeah, they just started moving in on something a little bit bigger, and it looks like they're going to hopefully get some answers soon, which I am really hoping. But I love the fact that um, it was our New Orleans people. And, I've got to say that people in New Orleans, they love New Orleans. They love their town. Well, the city. They love that. They love where they live. They have so much pride in their town. I love that. And I don't know if I don't have that up here, but it was just like this extra thing about it. Oh, and this card just popped up. It's the warrior card. They stand firm
Yeah,
in, is it a city? Is that what they call it? Is it a big enough that it's a city, or is it a town?
New Orleans is a city.
It is a city. Okay.
And
Yeah, because they love their city and they love that. They just love New Orleans.
and they
And
love their history.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything about it. And I found that to be really amazing because that was really refreshing to me. I was like, wow, I don't know if I love my town that much, like that much. I love where I live, but they love it.
Well, I always said about New Orleans, and I wanted to go there. I didn't get to go there because Hurricane Katrina hit,
Yep.
and that kind of ruined everything. And then by the time all of that was past, it just wasn't an opportunity for me anymore. But I wanted to feel it. Like I was saying earlier about energy, that city has a feel. I know it from afar. I don't
Uh-huh.
even, but I knew if I was there, I would be able to really just feel the
Yep.
history, the vibe, everything. It's just kind of like a crazy, wonderful place. So the other night, like 2 nights ago, I'll give somebody a shout out. I'm watching one of her videos, and she does ghost hunts and events down in New Orleans.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like you watch the video and you're walking along with her, showing you these different buildings, walking up and down. And it was very nice. Her name is Jennifer Talley, and she's been a guest on this show before. We should have her come
Oh,
back.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to. Oh, I'll have to look at that. That's neat. I love doing that. People go, "Oh, do you um oh, thank you, Carl. City is made up of parishes." See, that was always
City made
interesting
up
to me
of
too.
parishes. Yeah.
When they talk about parishes, I'm like, "What do you mean?" So I got to go. I got to get out of New England and go down there
Well,
and take a look.
parishes, because that's, Catholic. That's your different districts, and your diocese is made up of different parishes.
Mhm.
And so that's primarily um, back to a Catholic flavor, and the way that the city was separated and divided up and thought of was by parishes.
Okay. Interesting. I love that. I love learning new stuff. Thank you, guys. So, I wish I could share more. I definitely will share more. Um, my take on this is that the person is not um, with us anymore, and that there is definitely shenanigans going on, and it feels like there's more than one person involved. So it was something planned. I don't know how well planned, but it was definitely planned. So
Wow,
I
that's
hope I
terrible.
can bring some closure to the family, and the police are doing their job. And I think even another letter agency is involved as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's so sad when people go missing and you never know what happened. And from time to time, you do see these cases where they find somebody that's been missing for, since they were a kid or something, and now they're found. And but those are the exception more than the rule.
Right, right. And it is hard. They're working. Cases aren't fast. And working in law enforcement, it's sometimes just being patient and holding and waiting. People always slip up. Someone always talks. Evidence is always found. Like you have to be patient. And so it's hard to say when your loved one is missing. But yeah, so hopefully this will be resolved and the family can then do what they need to do around the missing person.
Is this an older person or a younger person, or?
I would say our age. So we're not old. I'm not going to say older.
Everybody can decide what that means.
Very young. Very young.
Very young. Still very spry. Knees barely hurt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ignore the creaking of my bones.
Ignore the creaking.
So, all right. Who out there wants a reading tonight?
Yes, we'll
Somebody's
open up
gotta
for
have a
readings.
question.
If you have any questions, we can start that. That would be lovely. And what should we think about for this new moon in Sagittarius? It's going to be a good energy and time to shift gears maybe and think outside the box a little bit maybe. And
we're going to be less fiery. We've been very fiery lately. Everyone's like quick to respond and quick to this, that, tempers are high. We're going to find that we're just kind of slow and steady, with a nice strong pace, but not too overwhelming. I think it's going to be we're going to feel a little more balance this month.
My grandma, my little Italian grandma, she was a Sagittarius, and you never knew what she was going to say. She could say anything, anywhere, anytime to anybody. It was a little bit, but mostly funny. Not everybody that heard it thought it was fun. To me, it was fun. I think things are funny. But I'll tell a story about my little Italian grandma, the Sagittarius. She actually got the sandwich in the picture. We went to Arby's, and we got roast beef sandwiches. And she walked up to the counter, and she said, "Look at this sandwich. Look at the picture. Look at that. Look. Oh, you sell me this. I'm an old lady. You think I got lots of money? Look at the picture. Look at my sandwich." She's one of the only people, if not the only person that ever got the sandwich in the picture.
It doesn't exist, but good for her.
Yeah, but no one gets the sandwich in the picture. Nobody. She did.
I love that. That is so funny.
It's
That's
so
cute.
4'11".
Whew. Yeah, those are the ones you really don't mess with because they are just all bottled up. All that energy.
Right.
Yep.
So I thought that was interesting, but she was very much like that. So when I think of Sagittarius, I think of someone that, to say it nicely, speaks their mind. She could be insulting you, and she's not really meaning to. It's just that's what she thinks, and that's what she said.
Yeah.
And it's not like I don't like this person, so I'm going to give this person a hard time. It's not like that.
No, it's not mean girl. It's just straight, direct.
It's just straight.
Yep. Love that.
So, that's kind of funny. God bless her immortal soul. We miss you, Grandma. Wow, what a person she was.
Yeah. That's funny.
You don't see it when you're a kid. It's a shame you don't see it till you grow up. When you're a kid, you don't think about grown-ups and who they are and their lives and what they've been like and what they do for you and what it's like to be older and blah, 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 until you're older. And then you're like, wow. When you're a kid, you don't think about anything like that. And you shouldn't, I guess. But if you know what I'm saying, when you get older, you really can see somebody differently for the treasure that they were, all the things that they taught you, all the times that they were there for you. I'm going to start crying, I swear. Okay, we got a question.
Whew.
That's all the women on the videos do. I'm going to cry and mess my mascara.
Yep.
Okay. Carrie, I would appreciate a general read of what your magic cards say or what you channel,
All
Susan.
right. I'm just
What's
gonna.
the topic? Do you have a topic, Carrie? Is this just about
I think
what's
she does a
coming out,
general read. Anything, I
general
think.
energy, or in particular to you? Because I always think general energy is like just surrounding, you know, the planet or the country, or a certain topic is interesting as well. But I don't know if she means her personally.
Yeah, I think what I was picking up was just roughly just, I don't care, just give me a read. Like just something general, whatever pops up.
Okay, whatever pops up.
Yeah. And then if she wants another one, we'll go for another one. We'll go for two. Ooh. Ah, the libido popped up. I love that. So
Uh-oh.
love. And this feels like a passion for her. Like, what is your passion? Where are you going? What drives you? And the passion, like with goals, that's what it feels like. Um, so let's pull a few more because I'm excited to see. Yeah, the puzzle is not really sure. And she's afraid to make the wrong decision. So don't be afraid to make the wrong decision because you can always kind of change your direction. You can always cut through the woods. It's like, well, what if I take this path and it leads me where? Well, you can always make your own path, right? That's what it's. That's what I feel like when it's your passion. No one dictates that. So don't color within the lines. They're showing me like color outside the lines. Be, use crazy colors. Do something that's outside your norm. And so this is kind of like what the Sag was talking about, the full moon in Sagittarius. If you're usually kind of like holding your cards, maybe put down the cards and just go do something new. Try to just break out of that normal loop that you normally do that feels safe and comfortable, and you'll find that this will also feel safe and comfortable. I feel like you have to make a decision. You need to make choices, a choice, and let's see what that's about. It's going to be a difficult one, I'm afraid. So what I would do is, to make this decision easier, is to connect with your guides. They're just coming through and just saying, have her talk to us directly and say, hey, I've got this tough decision I've got to make. Can you guide me into what is best for my highest good? Instead of stepping into the ego and saying, I want, not that that's what she's doing, but that's kind of like sometimes what we do is like, I want this and I want that. Well, let's go with what works for me. That's for my highest good, which I don't always make the best decisions that way. So you ask and say, what is for my highest good? And your guide will definitely let you know. They are going to help you navigate that decision that you have to make. I hope that was helpful.
Lovely. I have Michelle here next, and I have one more after Michelle. I have Travis Davidson, but we're going to pull Michelle up first. If you have the time, I'll take a general reading for direction. Hi, Michelle. Miss America Wave.
Yes.
She's also very lovely.
Yeah. Love. Okay. So it looks like you want to start something new, and they're saying not yet, because you've got the birth card and I've got the no in the birth card, which is not yet, because you're waiting for a message to come through. So we just kind of need to wait a little bit. I would say, well, the June energy is going to be a lot more fun. So I would just kind of hold, kind of coast through most of June, wait till the end of the month for that next moon, and see if you can. If you can't and you have to make a decision on something, I don't feel like you're going to have to. I think you might want to, but I don't think you have to. And that's kind of the difference in that.
Very, very interesting and good. And that kind of I feel like some of this stuff ties in with the general energies as well. I got Travis.
Okay.
Maybe send
And
hi
this,
Travis.
I feel for Michelle that if she waits just a little bit, it's going to pay off.
Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't done yet.
No, it just popped out. So I thought
Okay.
I was done. Guess I wasn't. All right, Travis.
Travis said, could I get a general reading?
Sure.
And then I think we have Carl. Let me see what Carl says. My brother, yeah, he has a question.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Scales, endings, and union. Interesting, Travis. You've got the ending and the coming together of. So I like that for you. The first card was the scales, is finding your balance. This is going to be really key to getting the right combination. They're saying combination. I wouldn't have used that word, but this is what your guides are saying. The right combination that you need. So you're going to have to let something go. Death card to bring something to get something flowing for you. And that's the union. It's all things flowing. It's water flowing. Water's healing. It helps you. It rinses and cleanses. And it's this green and lush. So you got to kind of decide what's no longer serving you and let that go. And you've got the combination. You've got this, you've got an amazing expanded mind. So just tap into that. Tap into that. And I think you also could do some really good astral traveling or tapping into that psychic ability of yours, Travis. I think it would be, they're showing me that that's totally a possibility. So
Very interesting.
If not already, I wouldn't be surprised if you're already doing it.
I love that. I'd love to see if he writes a little comment about what you just said. Here's Carl, and this is sad.
Okay.
His brother-in-law, Dan, here in Arizona, has stage 4 cancer. They say is terminal. What do you see as a timeline? It's weighing heavy on the family. Very sad.
All right. So I'm tapping into Dan's energy. Yeah, I feel like this may not be the first cancer for Dan. And I like, or he's known this for a while. Like, so this isn't new to him, and he's going to be able to control the his exit is what they're saying. Interesting way of putting it. So it's up to him, Carl. He's going to be able to decide how fast and how quickly, how slowly. Depends on a few things that he needs to still work through on this plane. So that's also going to make a difference. They're saying coming to terms with a few things, nothing major for him, but just coming to terms with a few things, a few last minute lessons. And it really all is about him and how he chooses. It could be very quickly. It could take its time. So what I would do is that pray for, or to hope that he receives some enlightenment around any of the issues that he has to work through before he's comfortable. He could go at any time he wants to. This is about him now. So, and death is very personal. It's very personal.
One of the best things that he could think about doing to slow it down is to refrain from sugar, carbs, or drinking alcohol, because they have found that the cancer lives on sugar.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that if you give these things up, the cancer goes away altogether, but it stops feeding it and stops, giving it the environment to grow. I am not a doctor. And now I need a disclaimer. What I say doesn't reflect the station UPRN or Father Shawn or anybody else. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying Cancer eats sugar
Cancer does eat sugar.
for
Yeah,
its
and
energy.
we all have that our own, expiration date. We all have that moment in time, and it's one of those things that is hard to put a stamp on if there's more to process. So I hope that was helpful.
We got a little bit of feedback here. Thank you. Yes, a confirmation to keep following my soul and guides to heal and ignite my passion to the right choices on my path. Yes, I'm in a season of important choices. Adulting sucks. Adulting sucks. Yeah, I really got you on that one. I remember when I couldn't wait to be 18 and 21. I remember all that. Now I wish I had a day back on my roller skates. I would love it. I would love it. Didn't have to think about how anything was going to get done. Just be skating all day and dinner on the table for when it was dinner time. Travis Davidson, thank you, Susan. I've been told before I have abilities, but I've always felt something is holding them back that I haven't figured out. Um,
Love that. So your internal peace, this is the peace card, but it's about you. The light that round is the stained glass, and it's shining through. That's you. You've had some tough past lives, so you don't want to shine too brightly because it didn't work out really well last time. So I wouldn't say last time, I would say the time before that. So you're kind of erring on the side of caution, but you can shine as bright as you want. Nobody's going to take, well, I can't say nobody's going to try and take it, but you can definitely, it's a lot different now. And you can shine. You just decide who you can shine around, but those walls will come down. Don't worry about it. You're just amazing. Go be you, Travis.
Very cool. I got some comment from Carl about what you said. Thank you, Susan. That was the same direction and understanding I had received as well, but I feared I was too close to the subject matter. That's true. A lot of times when you're too involved, you don't have the objectivity. You really don't. And Heidi's saying a bad thunderstorm is about to roll through, so her service is getting iffy. We understand. And, I don't have another question. But, we're talking about something new, something that I'm really excited about is I started Qigong and Tai Chi this year. And
tell me.
I'm several months into it now. And I just love it so much. And again, it's like an onion. There's layers and layers. You start learning about energy in your body through there. Like, okay, the first lesson with the guy that I do through YouTube is he teaches you about floating, spreading, gathering, sinking. Very, very interesting stuff. So I started in March and I keep expanding. I do the Qigong. Qigong is mostly for health. Tai Chi is actually a martial art, if you wanted to like beat somebody up really, really slow. But I went to, when I got dressed today after my shower, I went to put my pants on. I'm ready to pull it right up. I'm like, oh, all right, okay. Have not been getting on the scale, but just hoping to, there's so many things I want out of it. It's the toning, it's the grace, it's the, it's almost like learning dancing. It's the movements and the coordination and what they mean. And some of the Tai Chi lessons are a story that each movement is part of the story that you're telling with your body. I love it so much. So I thought I'd give an update on that because I'm talking about the Tai Chi, but it's something I always wanted to do. And this time, um, I'm actually sticking with it and seeing good results. I never meant to quit before, just something would always come up and I
Right.
forget about it.
I even like that for inflammation, just moving the fluid through your body that
Yes.
gets inflamed and stuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they talk about your lymph and your fascia and
Yeah.
all of that. And the Qigong moves the energy through your body and your different meridians to stimulate your organs. Thank you, Carrie. See, she gets me.
Yeah. Very slow. This is going to be
Very
slow and
slow.
painful.
You just stand still. Here I come.
Don't try running.
No running.
My energy will catch up with you. Don't worry about it.
That's right. But, I really love that. So, and, I make kind of a light joke out of it, but whatever's wrong with you, I recommend Tai Chi. Whatever's bothering you, I recommend Tai Chi. It's like a moving body meditation, learning how to use the energy, and it works equally well on every human being. And just kind of take a step back from the world and do that and work on yourself a little bit. It is not selfish or self-centered to make time for yourself, whether through exercise, meditation, or whatever you do, so that your cup is not empty.
I like that. And especially if you're a go, go, go person, you're learning slow.
Right.
And that's so good for your central nervous system.
Oh, yeah. And I notice, like, now I do the movements with just the instruction. I don't have to look. I have to slow myself down because I'll start doing it too fast. And it's like, no, like slowness is part of it.
Yeah. That would be interesting. That would definitely be a challenge for me. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I put videos up on my Facebook page. If anybody wants to look me up on Facebook, you can see some cool Tai Chi stuff, because I really feel like that's, if someone saw it and decided to do it and liked it, that is really a precious gift. If that turned out to be good for somebody, my legs, I would say my legs are 25% stronger and better. I have pain in my knees a lot. I don't have pain in my sleep anymore. I used to wake up from my knees aching, and that has stopped. I will continue, of course, but if this was all I got out of it, was my knees don't hurt when I sleep anymore and my legs are 25% stronger.
Right?
Fabulous, right?
Right? And you're just your overall well-being.
Right.
So good. Yeah, so
It's
good.
so good. And I like to do it outside in the fresh air and, looking at the sky and everything in the landscape. And I could do it in the house. I will if it's bad weather, but even in the rain, because I have a covered porch, I would prefer to be outside.
Yeah. Oh,
So
look
we're
what
at
time it is.
4:54.
Oh,
So I have to talk about a few things before I let you go.
yeah, definitely. Let's
We
talk.
don't have any more questions, and we don't have time to take any more questions, but we'd like to say thank you so much to Joe Montaldo, Michelle DeRoche, all the great people here at UPRN 107.7 FM, New Orleans 105.3 FM, Gulf Coast. We appreciate you. It's not just something we say. Want you to have a very great night and a great weekend. Do something for yourself. Here it's a little off the wall, but forgive yourself a little bit. Maybe you can forgive somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Put your crystals outside under the full moon. Give them a good cleanse. Any of your stones, crystals, anything like that, even your dowsing rods, a good time to cleanse those and recharge everything. Yeah, use what the universe is giving us.
The
It's free.
moonlight.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah. And stay tuned for Spirit Switchboard with Carrie Lynn Shellhorn. And also next week, we're going to have some fun. We've got Brian Bowden coming on. I hope his name is Bowden or Bowden. But we have had him on before, and he's just a super interesting guy. He has so many different things to talk about, and he has a new book. And his new book is called Sacred Grounds. And it looks
Ooh.
super, super interesting. Giant mounds and the ancient ones. And beautiful cover on this. And the question at the top says, what if the past holds evidence of contact from beyond the stars? And that is really timely too for us to be talking about with all of this UFO, UAP disclosure stuff. I think
Yep.
it'll be a very cool show.
I think so. We didn't even get to say that, but don't forget to keep looking up. You're going to be seeing things and be open to all possibilities.
All possibilities. And also, again, with Father Shawn and his wife Sharon, any prayers, any donations, you cannot imagine how appreciated all of that is. And her surgery will be coming up in early June. So keep all of that in mind. And again, if you want to get one of his books, everything's on Amazon. Please go to his website. Friend us up on Facebook. We'd love to have you. And all of that.
Especially if someone's having a birthday. It's a great birthday present. They're not going to think about getting it themselves, and they don't have one. Or, like even that class, it helped Shawn, and it's going to help, the people that you're giving the birthday present to. They're going to love it.
Absolutely. And that's good, to just have. I think that's one of the things that we really need. Did you do that for Carl? We both look. What we really need now is a little bit of staying grounded. You can expand your mind, keep your feet a little grounded, and again, that's part of Tai Chi, rootedness to the ground, expanding to the heaven. You can do both things. Don't be flighty and lost in the clouds, but also don't be so stuck into the ground with your legs that you can't move forward.
Yep, I agree. We got to be flexible.
Right. So the balance is the key to all that. And I think the key to wisdom, Carol says, love you all. Michelle says, thanks, Annette and Susan. And we really do hope that you have a beautiful conversation today. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
I had a
Thank you.
great time too.
Yeah, I love our
Really,
people.
yeah, really great energy with us and in the chat room and all around. Good conversation. And with that, I'm going to close out the show. And thank
Right.
you so much, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank
And
you.
we'll see you next week with Brian.
All right. See you next month.
See you next month.